another Scraptember. This time it is the 6th. This is also my Stamp and Sketch Savvy. So Stamp and Sketch Savvy this month is stamping on photos. So I'm going to be showing you how to stamp on a glossy photo. So that means I'm going to have some stays on. And that's the most important thing that I'm going to tell you. I've got some ink road stamps, Star Wars stamps. I also got an Allie Edwards stamp that says experiencing and seriously enjoyed this part. I was originally going to do seriously enjoyed this part, and then I remembered that I had these stamps, Star Wars stamps. So I'm going to see if I have any one of those that'll fit in this space. But my goal is to stamp right there on this space. Then for stars, I'm going to be using a combination of, I do have some Star Wars which has the word star, some Star Wars and Disney stuff, and then I'm using Chamel's Live the Dream. I've got this paper right here that has all the stars on it. I've got a pink, and then I've got the blue in the background. So we will make those go together, and I think they match. You can see John has on a crazy colored shirt. I thought that would be fun, so I'm definitely going to matte this photo in the pink. That was kind of my plan here, and we'll go from there. So hang on, and I'll put you on fast forward, and we'll see how this comes together. So welcome back to Scraptember. This is fast forward, and this was a little bit different for me because I have the glossy photo. So I got my StazOn out, and I don't think my StazOn was wet enough. I'm going to show you how it works. It's not bad, but it's not popping the way I would have liked. I do most of my printing on matte photos so I can stamp with whatever I want. On glossy, you really need to use StazOn. I think I need to get a new StazOn, but I didn't have one. So you might be able to use other archival, but it might, and I could feel the StazOn wasn't wet enough, and I still just went for it. So it's there. It says, "May the force be with you." It's not popping, but it is on the photo. So I guess my kind of feedback for the stamping on photo is maybe do a test run on a photo you don't love. This is the only photo I have that has this. This is it. So I got to keep going. The TIE Fighter worked out better, or the X-Wing worked out better. And then the Never Tell Me the Odds at the top is pretty good. But it's really that my StazOn is dry. So I've got to go order a new StazOn because December Daily is coming. Put in the comments if you do December Daily. I'm a huge December Daily person, and basically the only time I use StazOn is December Daily because that's when I'm stamping on acetate and I'm stamping on vellum, and you just need the StazOn then. Most of the time, like I said, I'm doing matte photos and I have an archival and it works just fine. So I will probably be ordering a new StazOn, but that is for the stamp and stencil. Oh my gosh, that's a hard thing to say 3 times. You should try it. Stamp and stencil savvy. I did stamp on the photo, and I think it was just fun to see a little bit different take. So the Scraptember prompt was stars. And I really enjoyed taking the stars from Star Wars and the stars from Chamel Lives the Dream and combining them. So I went ahead and did a vertical piece of this. I think I said it was blue, and it's actually black, but it does have all of the fun kind of rainbows and sunshines and stars on it, and I thought that would be fun. And then I do have the star background paper. Now, full disclosure, I was searching through the Chamel paper to find star paper. I don't remember this paper being there, but it's really cool. I used We're All Troopers or Such a Trooper, which is because we have stormtroopers in the background. For those of you that don't recognize, this is the scene in Rise of the Resistance, the ride in Galaxy's Edge, where you come before you go into the kind of second part of the ride. So the first part of the ride is a shuttle with an Admiral Akbar kind of character. And now, after that, then you go to see the stormtroopers, and then you ride the rest of the Rise of the Resistance ride. So it's a room full of stormtroopers. If you're a Star Wars person, go to Hollywood Studios or Disneyland, depending on which kind of part of the country you are in, and ride this. It is my favorite ride in Disney World by far, and it's mainly because I'm a Star Wars person. I've ridden it a lot of times, and I will write it again every time I go. I will always make it a point to write it. So cool Disney World kind of trip. And even if I'm a Disney World person, I make people go, and if they don't want to write it, I will write it. So it's part of it. So I went through and I knew they had a big chipboard star in the holographic. So I pulled that out. And basically, I'm going to go through all of the embellishment packs and pull all the stars. And that's how I'm going to embellish this page. It's not overly embellished. After the last few pages where I've had a lot of either mixed media or kind of layering, I wanted a more simple page, and this page kind of scratched that itch for me. Kind of a bold graphic pattern. I'm a bold graphic paper person. I love a pattern paper background. It's one of the things that I do a lot. And then I love a simple set of embellishments, a repeating set of embellishments with a theme. So for this case, it was stars. So that worked perfectly for my aesthetic. In addition, I love a lot of words. So I do have the love this moment, and this is how we roll, and we're troopers, and also the stay true to you. So a lot of just different words are on there, and that's kind of how I like to have that's how I roll. That's how I like to have my scrapbooking pages. So I do have from I think it's Scrap and Ink. They have a lot of Disney collection acrylics for scrapbooking, and I have some of theirs that are Star Wars. I do use the title Love This Life. I had not opened those foam stickers yet from the Chamel collection, and they're really good foam. They're a really good thickness. They're not too thick, which is great. I'm going to use my wet glue to glue everything down, and in just a second, I think you're going to see the close-up. It is day 6 of Scraptember, so we're still keeping up. I've got one done every day. I will tell you that I don't have a day 7 planned yet, so that's a little scary. It's the first time I don't have a plan, but hopefully you'll come back tomorrow and see if I pulled something together. Have a great rest of your day and enjoy Scraptember. I hope you're making something magical in these 30 days. It's one of my favorite scrapbooking times of the year. This and December Daily, the two things that I love the most. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you tomorrow with another Scraptember. Bye, everyone. Here's the close-up.